Your paper ticket is a gift for hackers. One quick snapshot and 100,000 hard-earned miles could vanish forever. That old phone sitting in your bag, it is a ticking time bomb in a pressurized cabin. The airlines profit from your ignorance, quietly collecting $50 fees for every rigid hardshell suitcase that fails the sizer test. The system is rigged. They win and you lose. But it does not have to be that way. You have 9 essential rules to navigate this minefield and keep your money in your wallet where it belongs. Here is Rule 1 of 9. 60% of all security delays are caused by a single 3.4-ounce bottle of liquid hidden deep inside a bag. It sounds like a minor detail. It is not. Henry, a 41-year-old civil engineer from Boston, was rushing through San Francisco International, SFO, to catch a tight connection. He had his carry-on packed to the millimeter. He passed the metal detector, but the belt stopped with a loud thud. His bag was pulled aside. The airline will not tell you this, but one forgotten bottle of face cream can turn a 5-minute breeze into a 40-minute nightmare. The agent slowly unpacked every single item while Henry watched his departure time tick away. Lost time, frustration. The fix is simpler than you think. Use a clear quart-sized bag and place it right on top of your items before you even get in line. If you have a larger bottle, the scanners flag the container size, not the volume of the liquid inside. Switch to solid toiletries, like bar shampoo or solid cologne, to bypass these restrictions entirely. It saves precious minutes and keeps the security agents moving. The system is set up to find the outliers. Henry made his flight by 30 seconds, but he learned his lesson the hard way. Clearing security is just the start of the gauntlet. Your journey is a struggle if you are constantly fighting your own gear. The next move covers Rule 2, the hardshell trap. Here is Rule 2 of 9. Stop throwing $50 away every time you step into Philadelphia International Airport, PHL. Picture Elena, a 32-year-old graphic designer. She just bought a premium hardshell carry-on. It looks sleek, professional, and indestructible. But at the gate, the agent points to that dreaded metal sizer. Elena slides it in. It sticks. The bag is a 1/4 inch too wide because of the rigid plastic shell. The agent does not care about the brand or the price tag. That will be $50 to gate check it. They hope you do not know the physics of travel. Hard shell bags are an airline's best friend because plastic does not breathe. It does not compress. If that shell is even slightly over the limit, you are paying. Elena had to pay the fee while another traveler with a stuffed duffel bag squeezed right past her. The solution is to switch to high-quality, soft-sided ballistic nylon. These bags have give. You can overpack slightly and still muscle the bag into the sizer using sheer force. Elena learned that plastic costs, while fabric saves. Reality check. Soft bags will not protect a fragile glass souvenir. But for your clothes and essentials, they are vastly superior. Saving $50 on your carry-on is a major win. But that victory is hollow if you lose your sanity digging for a passport. This leads us to Rule 3, the clamshell design. Here is Rule 3 of 9. Marcus, a 25-year-old freelance journalist, stood in the middle of a crowded terminal at Venice Marco Polo, VCE. He was frantically digging through his top-loading hiking backpack. His flight was boarding in 3 minutes, but his passport was buried at the very bottom, tucked under 3 days of laundry. To get to it, he had to pull out his socks and lay them on a questionable airport bench. This is a germaphobe's nightmare. Top-loading bags are not just inefficient, they are bacterial hazards. Every time you surgically extract an item, your hands, which just touched a public kiosk, pollute every clean shirt inside. The airline will not tell you that your adventure bag is a petri dish on straps. Switch to a clamshell or front-loading design immediately. It opens like a suitcase, letting you grab exactly what you need without a total evacuation of your belongings. A new bag will not fix a lack of organization, but it stops the frantic digging at the gate. They are banking on your confusion while you fumble with zippers. Do not be a victim of a bad bag. A clean bag is great, but it will not help if you are parched and broke. This brings us to Rule 4, the hydration tax. Here is Rule 4 of 9. Have you ever realized that airports are the only places on Earth where a basic human right like hydration costs $5 a bottle? Chloe, a 54-year-old librarian, stood at a newsstand in Houston Intercontinental, IAH, feeling that familiar sting of regret. She had just tossed her perfectly good drink at the security checkpoint. Now she was parched. She tapped her card for a small 16-ounce bottle that cost $5.50. It felt like a total defeat. Stop paying the tax. They are banking on your thirst. Most travelers do not realize that the TSA does not ban bottles, only the liquid inside. Bring a sturdy, empty, reusable bottle in your carry-on. Once you pass through the checkpoint at Houston, head straight for the hydration stations near the restrooms. The water is cold, filtered, and completely free. Many coffee shops will even fill it for you if you ask politely. Chloe started doing this and saved $60 in a single month of work travel. Every cent counts. You just saved $5 on water, but that is nothing compared to the price of a soggy terminal sandwich. That brings us to Rule 5, the gourmet workaround. Here is Rule 5 of 9. A sad pre-packaged terminal sandwich can cost you $14. But TSA rules actually allow you to bring a full 3-course meal for free. Most travelers think the security liquid ban covers everything. That is a myth. You can bring an entire steak dinner through the checkpoint as long as it is solid. Julian, a 39-year-old chef from Detroit, was stuck in a 4-hour delay at Detroit Metropolitan, DTW. His stomach was growling. The only options were $12 trail mix or a $20 burger. He felt that sharp physical pang of hunger, knowing his flight offered 0 snacks. They are banking on your hunger to force you into their overpriced food courts. Stop overpaying for mediocre food. The TSA 311 rule only applies to liquids and gels. Solid foods like sandwiches, pasta, or even a cooked steak are perfectly legal. Just keep your dressings under 3.4 ounces, or pack them in separate small containers. Julian could have enjoyed a home-cooked meal right at Gate A12. Reality check. Your garlic shrimp might not make you any friends in row 20. Be considerate of your neighbors. Hunger is a choice, not a requirement. You just saved $20 on lunch, but you could lose much more if you carry the wrong type of currency. This leads to Rule 6, the digital wallet. Here is Rule 6 of 9. Ditch the heavy envelope of cash before you ever reach the terminal. Naomi, a 47-year-old real estate agent from Baltimore, stood at a busy coffee kiosk in Baltimore Washington International, BWI. She was fumbling through a thick stack of $20 bills. She was flustered. The line behind her grew long and impatient. Naomi thought physical cash was the ultimate backup plan. It is not. The airline and vendors will not tell you this, but many airports are moving toward a cashless model to speed up transactions. Large amounts of cash also attract pickpockets and extra scrutiny from security agents. They are banking on your ignorance of modern digital systems. Stop being a target. Use a digital wallet or a dedicated travel card instead. It is faster, more secure, and much easier to track. If Naomi had just tapped her phone, she would have been at her gate in seconds. Reality check. Keep $50 in small bills for emergencies. But for everything else, digital is king. Naomi nearly missed her boarding call, waiting for a cashier to find change. Cash is an anchor that slows you down. You have secured your wallet, but your physical safety is still at risk from the devices in your pocket. This brings us to Rule 7, the battery hazard. Here is Rule 7 of 9. Oliver, a 22-year-old graduate student, was rushing through Newark Liberty, EWR, when he felt a strange warmth radiating from his bag. He reached in, fumbling past his laptop, and pulled out an old backup smartphone. The screen was visibly lifting from the frame. That spare phone you keep just in case is a ticking time bomb. Oliver thought he was being prepared, but that lithium-ion battery had been sitting in a drawer for 3 years, slowly degrading. In a pressurized cabin, a swollen battery is a major fire hazard. Plus, it adds nearly a pound of useless weight to your shoulder. The airline will not tell you this because they are not looking in your bag for old tech. Your safety is a gamble. Leave the ancient electronics at home. If the casing is bulging even a tiny bit, it belongs in a dedicated recycling bin, not an airplane. Oliver eventually realized that 11 ounces of dead weight could be the difference between a free carry-on and a $75 gate check fee. Use a modern, certified power bank instead. Extra weight is a trap designed to tire you out. Oliver cleared security, but he was about to lose even more money because of a piece of paper. This leads to Rule 8, the digital boarding pass. Here is Rule 8 of 9. Do you still print your boarding passes because you are afraid your phone will die at the gate? Stop doing that. Beatrix, a 61-year-old pharmacist from San Diego, thought she was being extra prepared by having a hard copy for her flight out of San Diego International, SAN. She scanned it, boarded her flight, and left the paper in the seat pocket when she landed. She had no idea she just handed over the keys to her digital life. That barcode contains your full name, frequent flyer number, and your internal booking reference. Hackers do not need to bypass a firewall when you leave your data in the trash. They can use that info to change your seat, cancel your return flights, or drain your miles into their own accounts. It is a massive liability. Use the mobile app instead. If you absolutely must use paper, treat it like a sensitive bank statement and shred it immediately. Beatrix learned the hard way when her 100,000 miles vanished before she even cleared customs. Reality check. Most people are not looking to rob you, but why leave the door wide open? You have secured your data, but that is useless if you are stuck in a line that never moves. This leads to Rule 9, the fast track secret. Here is Rule 9 of 9. Did you know that nearly 85% of travelers wasting hours in airport security lines are doing it by choice? Most people are simply too tired to spend 10 minutes on a digital application. Mateo, a 33-year-old accountant, stood at Barcelona El Prat, BCN. His face was flushed with exhaustion and fury as he watched the massive security line crawl forward. He had a 2-hour layover, but the queue looked like a 3-hour nightmare. It was 10:15 a.m., and his gate was nearly half a mile away. The air was thick with the smell of stress and recycled air. Mateo felt that familiar, helpless rage. The system was designed to drain your energy, and he was the current victim. But here's the fix. Many major airports like Barcelona offer fast-track passes that you can buy online for about $12. You do not need a secret code or a platinum credit card. You just need to stop being a victim of the standard experience. Check the airport app and buy your way out of the misery. If you do not know these rules, the airport will take your money and your time every single day. Knowledge is your real boarding pass to a stress-free flight. The airlines hate that you know these secrets. Hit subscribe to keep winning the travel game.